Hi and welcome. In this video I'm going to be making some small reindeer from a pattern that I found online. I guess I'll first cut it out in little pieces and then use some carbon paper to trace. And I think this will be a good project to use up some scrap that I have laying around. So for the reindeer, I'll need 2 of these for the legs. And like I say, using scrap, they should just fit on there nicely on smaller pieces and maybe larger pieces for the body. That'll probably just fit. So I'll start with the body on one of the larger pieces. Just place the carbon paper and make sure I can get the whole body on here. I think that should do. Using a mechanical pencil without the lead. So start tracing. So here's the first one, trace. I think I'll start making 2, so I'll trace the other body. So I'll need 2 of the legs, so these could be done with these smaller scrap pieces. And 1 of these. I'll continue with the tracing and then we'll go to the next step of cutting. So I've traced enough to do 3 reindeer with all different scraps. So now I'll go and start cutting them out with the scroll saw. I'll start with one of the legs. Okay, I've got one leg set. I just need to make this groove. I just want to make sure I don't make them too big. I want it to be pretty snug, so I'll do that next. And then I'll continue with all the rest of the cuts off camera. I've cut all the pieces for 3 reindeer, feet, and the antlers. So now I'll just do some sanding all around, make some adjustments so the pieces all fit together, and then we'll glue them together. So I have performed a lot of sanding. I have partial assembly. As you can see, they get to be a little bit tight. It's a matter of then just doing some adjustments. So I'm just using a file and slowly getting them to fit. So I'd already done a lot of sanding just to round off the edges a bit. So I'll continue with trying to get all the pieces to fit, and then I'll get back to the final assembly. So after a bunch of filing, I have them all that they'll fit. Just one of them, when I tried to put it on, it cracked. So I'm just gluing it right now. We'll let that cure overnight, and then we can finish the project tomorrow. So here are the 3 reindeer all assembled. So I'm not sure if the intent is to make them that they come apart for storage or not, but I think I'm going to glue them anyways. So I'll do that next and then do a final sanding, and then I think it'll just be a clear coat finish. So after lots of sanding, I'm ready to do 2 coats of poly. There's the first coat on one. I'll continue doing the first coat on the other 2, and then later a second coat. Here are the reindeer after 2 coats of poly. I think they look really good with the natural finish. If you wanted to, you could stain or paint them. I like the looks of the poly on these. I think this is a good project to use some of your scrap woods on these, especially these smaller pieces. I'll use alder. Pine would be good. Any softwood I think is best in order to make the sanding a little bit easier, but you could use any wood you want. So this ends this project. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.